and they have tons of stuff up their sleeve. But yeah, I actually really like how Shopify set up the draft. So this should be a fun game.
Absolutely, yeah. Very much looking forward to this one. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I know a lot of you out there look forward to the Arteezy stream, look forward to the Miracle stream. We've got them both rolled into one here in this matchup. We've got it all. Shopify Rebellion versus Gaming Gladiators. And of course, well, the Quinn stream as well.
Quinn stream too, I was going to say. You're forgetting him. And the Crit stream.
And
Give
the Saberlight stream. Anyone else?
Yeah.
It's Celery stream sometimes. I enjoy a bit of Celery stream.
I feel like we haven't had one of those in a while. Or a Duraccio stream in ages.
We've got a full combo here.
Yeah. This is...
Let's see what we get. I mean, is there potential for one of these lineups to super heavily snowball?
I mean, I could definitely see Shopify snowballing.
Okay.
It's playing versus Avoid,
Yeah.
right? But they, knowing gaming, I don't think they're gonna get snowballed on, right?
It's just not a team you snowball,
Right.
Really. Their track record's pretty good. Gaming Gladiators.
What is Arteezy and Quinn even saying? Juggernaut, Lesh? Oh my God, there's memeing.
This is some advanced humor that I don't understand.
Me either.
That's
Usually Dota players, usually Dota 2 players have their own language that they form.
Yeah.
Everyone starts sounding like the same person after some time. Everyone says in the same lingo.
There we go. Let's have a look at the lane. So indeed on the side of Shopify, Saberlight's going to be taken to their top lane on the Magnus with Crit on his Mirana. Mid lane, we've got Miracle on the Storm. And down bottom, Arteezy safe lane SF backed up by Fly on the support Pugna. Now we're going up against Tofu Rubik and Ace Visage in that bottom lane. Mid lane, Quinn on the Timbersaw. And top lane, Celery supporting Duracho in this Enchantress and Faces Void lane for the side of Gaming Gladiators. So look at the lanes. Where are your eyes going to be?
Bottom could actually have a lot of kill threat for the side of Gaming.
Okay.
Tofu plus Ace versus these two very fragile heroes. No real setup either for the SF, so unless they make big mistakes on this Visage Rubik, I think this should be a pretty good lane for Ace. I'm gonna be looking at that one in mid mostly, because I just want to see how Quinn does in this matchup overall. I haven't seen the new Timber versus Storm. Or newer Timber, I guess.
See how much harassment Miracle's able to do against Quinn. Quinn's able to just sustain through it, those early levels.
And let's see if we get any early rotations coming out, perhaps here from Crit.
Yeah, having saw that level 4, maybe a point in the Vortex.
Miracle
could definitely be enough for that sort of setup. Top lane.
Skewer top, Duracho.
Skewer back. He's already used the Time Warp. So cooldown for the next 10 seconds. I think this man's going down. Can he deny to neutrals? He can. We'll be able to step over to the cap, and the neutral creeps will take him down.
Great play. They hit 2 very early. I think Crit, he gave a lot of that XP to Saberlight to start to be able to get that, and immediately goes for the play. Nicely done.
Yeah, it's going to miss out on at least, what, 1 full wave. And they will get the little bit of a pull-off here, so and maybe able to take a couple more creeps away from him. So a fair bit that will be lost out there due to that 20 seconds of downtime off the back of that neutral deny. Duracho.
That's big. Crit even arrowing, I think, both creeps, too, so he does get a bit of gold for himself. I think he has some items coming out soon. I believe... Who actually got the last hit of First Blood? Oh, sorry, it was the neutral creep. That's right, sorry, yeah. I was just checking around.
Still up for grabs.
Yep. So Vanguard looks like it's going to be the case there for Saberlight, the usual. Vanguard Arcane Boot, I'd imagine. Maybe Vanguard into just ground boots and just playing off that.
So far, Quinn is having a very easy time, Ed. 17 for 4 against the 11 for 0. There is no worry here for Quinn. Level 3, 2 points in reactive. With this sort of start, it's going to have to require a gank. And honestly, if one comes in, because Miracle didn't get that head start against him in the lane, this Storm's not really going to threaten the Timber at all.
No, and honestly,
some favorable start.
And I take it back. I was wrong. I thought maybe perhaps you can actually... It's actually impossible to bully this hero now, even with something like Storm, really. So yeah, Quinn. He's going to have a very good time. 5 denies is also big. That's actually pretty impressive. Sure, yeah, Timber Universals, you have like a little bit extra bonus damage, but...
Bottom lane is not looking fun for Arteezy.
No, this is what we expected to be hard.
Here by just the burst that Ace and Tofu are throwing out at him. It's not looking like a fun lane to play the safe lane SF.
No, he is not struggling as much as Duracho, though. Duracho has 8 last. Actually, it's about the same. Both safe laners are really very much so struggling. And it's not the case of just the SF. It's the support that he has with him, right? It's an SF with a Pugna. The Pugna does not really provide much of anything for Arteezy down here.
for sure. You know, at the moment on these early levels, Fly, all he can do is sort of drop down the ward and just hope that's enough to stop gaming Gladiators diving his SF in the lane.
Yeah, pretty much. Like usually when you see these SFs and stuff like in the safe lane, you want like a Tusk, a Clock, some type of melee, bruiser, soaking spells, having some type of wave starting things. Pugna usually not the one that comes through.
Also,
I guess that is a little awkward.
Yeah. Even with those sort of 20 seconds the Dredger's been out the lane, he's back in there and he's catching straight back up. He's back level with the CS of Saberlight in this matchup. A very quick recovery after that early bit of timeout in this game.
Man, Quinn is just a menace though. 29-6 to 23-1. He has
free farm.
Decent advantage of experience over Miracle now. He's gonna hit 6 a good chunk before Miracle does.
Oh, he could kill him.
He's gonna be able to have kill threat himself.
Miracle's got to be very, very careful, or at least make sure he's got a friend to back him up.
Yeah, could definitely see Quinn go for that type of play.
Building up his 1 charges, he's got the Water Rune as well, so when he hits that 6-11, fair bit of burst mana to play with and play aggressively with. Bottom lane, Arteezy again.
Oh my god.
So low, him and Fly. It's just so much damage. And they're having to constantly ferry out regen to sort of stay solid in the lane. It's just, you know, Arteezy's still able to pick up the CS, but the pressure, it's absolutely on them.
Miracle, let's see, is he... I might have to go to... I mean, yeah, Quinn, he's holding the creep wave up on his high ground.
Yeah, you can't step up to this wave.
I'm waiting to see
risky.
it. Yeah, he's going to hit the 6 in like 2 more creeps.
Yeah, I mean, Miracle's going to, imagine, have his eye on that. As soon as that 6 goes up on the timber, he's got to bail out this lane. There's not much more that Miracle can pick up here. We'll get the bottle of refuel from Crit.
Okay.
So that will give him a little bit of something, but still the fact that Quinn is going to have the 6 and Miracle won't, it's going to be a bit of a window where Miracle does have to be very cautious.
That's smart though from Crit. Not only refills the bottle, but he arrows the siege wave, the siege creep as well too, so Quinn can't like emphasize and put super pressure onto this tower there. And yeah, Arteezy is starting to recover.
And also just sort of guaranteeing that burst of XP for Miracle. That means they might get that 6 that little bit sooner.
Just maybe. Power Rune though, it is going to be Quinn's. Miracle does walk up, not quite 6.
No, it's fine. Okay. So now it becomes a whole different story, right? Now with the 6 hit, you're not going to be killing Miracle.
No, and
Miracle,
now he's committing.
He's going to look to go for Celery.
Miracle used a lot of mana.
He did use a lot of mana. He's going to try for the TP out. Oh my goodness, living on the edge there, Miracle. But emphasis on the live. He will get out, but a bit of a risk taken there on that one.
I feel like Gaming's super happy with the way that these lanes have gone down. Even though Shopify have good farm on their lanes, I think they're pretty satisfied.
He gets the last raise, he's got this.
He gets it.
Very well done there. I think sort of hitting it, maybe even the 4 raises after it came back off cooldown as they chased them out of the lane. I mean, perfectly sort of finding the time to strike, and coming up 7 minutes in, that was the first blood. A slow start, but one that benefits Arteezy financially as he gets that bonus gold.
Okay, and I was just saying that I think Gaming's happy. That changed it. That kill is actually big. At level 5.
Yep.
Same thing for Pugna, almost 5. And they are going to be able to win for 1-for-1 Wisdom Rune exchange. And Saberlight, he's got his Vanguard top after all these rotations. So. Okay. One big thing is just going to be a problem is Quinn. They will, of course, have these levels for the SFS. Oh, top!
They got the arrow!
What a grab!
They didn't even need the skewer setup. The crit just sort of hits the arrow perfectly along the creeps, and then Saberlight follows up with a skewer for that extra bit of damage. After Acho gone.
Beautiful from Crit. Patience.
Miracle. Dancing around Quinn a bit here in the mid lane. Having to expend quite a bit of mana to do so. Crit's going to head over to help out. Just in case the dive continues.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a Quinn issue. Power Rune coming up soon. Tofu going to stack. Looks like Fly is going to make the rotation over toward mid. Has to be careful himself, though. Quinn is here.
He won't bother sticking around anymore. Crit's going to get lucky with the rune. Ends up spawning top. It is that Arcane. Would like to hold it for Miracle, but yeah, Quinn's going to make it before that, so Crit will have to grab it for himself.
Bottom. The gank. Arteezy.
So is there going to be any backup for him? It doesn't look like it. He's completely on his own. He'll turn, get a few raises off. But cannot stand his ground on his own against Ace and Celery. Fly not quite able to get back over in time to provide any support for him.
Celery's so good at using these gates when he's playing something like Ench. We saw Puppy with the Chen earlier, able to do it. This time Celery, I mean, he might just get another one. Fly.
Yeah. He's got the Decrepify. Help him a little bit, but the body blocks are there from Celery with the Centaur. The Stomp comes down, another Soul Assumption, and another kill for the two of them. Gaming Gladiators, after sort of giving up that first blood against Arteezy's SF, they strike back hard with the two of them.
That's, I mean, such little type of, like, not even like this crazy type of play, but just Celery being there, right? Taking the portal in with the creep, has the perfect one to get the double kill. Ace now set up for level 6. Arteezy having to leave the bottom lane.
He's going to step over towards the mid, start to farm this area of the map, in the lane and potentially the triangle if he wants to.
Saberlight, if he's getting it great on top though. Maxed in power, tower dropping. His individual build looks like just Treads Vanguard. Win.
They get aggressive onto Arteezy, but Crit is here to help out.
Quinn.
Arteezy, he's going to be able to line up these races. It's bringing Quinn low. Miracle, he's in with the backup. Zips across, they got the arrow into the vortex. He's dead. Getting a little too confident there. I mean, obviously with SF, you know, Arteezy farming this area of the map, it's always going to be tempting to go on him because it's normally a pretty risky place to farm. But Arteezy, he had the backup, he had friends.
It's a risky play that Quinn goes for. Just tries to stay in the face of the SF, but then just a little bit of distance gets made, and he's going to be able to get these race connections.
Yeah, he's landing pretty much every one of them so far, Arteezy.
A DD and big stacks. Yep.
Very big stacks. Now 3-2, I mean 10 minutes in, less than 1k gold difference between the two teams. It's exactly the kind of close start you want to see.
Yeah. I think Shopify, they're happy, but I do feel like Gaming, they're not feeling bad by any means. I feel like they're actually maybe a little bit happier with the position of how Duracho is. Like, his lane and game is going to be rough, and he's going to get ganked a lot, but if he's able to recover, the game is going to be good for him. But they are setting up for him again. This could be just another kill.
See what they can do with the two of them. Vortex. Let him time walk. Crit holding over the arrow. Doesn't mean Duracho is able to turn with a chrono, but it will have to be a chrono that's used purely defensively. As Duracho retreats. Arrow won't catch, but they do catch vision of Duracho. Miracle's still got a bit of mana to play around with. 10 seconds until Vortex is back up for another bit of control. 1 second until Duracho's time walks there, so we'll get one more jump off. But they can keep chasing. Enough mana's there for Miracle to close down upon him, and indeed, Duracho, that's a chrono used for no gain, and also losing his life.
Really nice kill. Takes him some time, though. So we do see Gaming, they get some push started down bottom, but Shopify quickly move toward the mid. They're going to try to get some push going for themselves, but Quinny's going to stop it. Who got the last hit on that kill top? Miracle did, okay.
2 kills.
I think that's
straight up here for Miracle so far, yet to die.
Yep, definitely important to be giving the Storm the kills if he's going to commit that much time and resources for it. Glad the crit does give it up to him.
Miracle's got his eye on Duracho, but not much mana to play with. I mean, maybe if they can get the arrow.
He's waiting for an angle. He's trying to pull him.
They tried, but free waves there blocking the arrow. Not going to happen.
Nice little try there from Crit, going for the Starfall with the arrow to kill the creep. Good attempt. Regen bottom. Tofu's going to be able to deny that one away. Actually saved for Quinn. Less than 1k lead here.
They're going to go for the smoke up Shopify. And Miracle continuing to just look to make these plays. A very aggressive Storm here with the backup of the supports. He wants to keep the pressure on.
They want to get more done, especially like when Chrono's on cooldown. They want to try to get some emphasis onto this tower, with Saberlight being as strong as he is right now. Like Saberlight, he's very strong.
See Miracle, he's going to be able to get the setup onto Tofu. Vortex into arrow. They can just keep doing this. Pick up these kills.
Yeah, Celery trying to pull the creep aggro off the tower, but Saberlight just keeps hitting it.
Ace is going to turn up as well with the backup of Quinn to try and help this defense. We'll start to push them away. They look towards Miracle. Indeed, one of the lackings of Gaming Gladiators lineup being that lockdown. As long as Miracle's got mana, he's going to be able to jump away.
Yeah. They definitely don't want to really go for Quinn too much more here unless they have the SF and a lot of resources. Now he's getting to the points of too tanky. He's the Vanguard plus the point booster plus Soul Ring. He's like 2,300 HP on this Timber Saw. So as soon as he shows up to mid, they back up. They go split up there on Shopify to be able to get their farm going.
Radiant are scanned.
Carry's finding safe spots to farm here deep on their side of the map. Arteezy, of course, with the build-up that we've been seeing from his performances in pubs that's been doing very well. The Mask of Madness into the Dragonlance as the safe lane SF. And Duracho over the Mask of Madness into the Maelstrom. See mid lane, bit of pressure coming in. At least Gaming Gladiators trying to push back against the tier 1 of Shopify Rebellion. Quinn is going to jump straight towards Fly, but won't be able to catch him with the Shack from slow. Saberlight, by the Moonlight Shadow, trying to step up. There is a River Sentry
Up top
down.
again.
And indeed, the two of them do it again. Miracle and Crit, this duo being quite the nightmare for Dyrachyo.
You know what? These two, they did play together. The old school OG. Their synergy's coming in.
It's back.
It's
That's
coming
right.
in. They're getting these connections. It's actually huge because gaming, like the pace of the game is slowing down a little bit, and I feel like Shopify wants to play perhaps a little bit more of an accelerated game with the SF. Pace of the game slowing down. I feel like gaming, when that happens, they're starting to feel a bit happier. But then they get this pick off. This Storm, this Mirana, they're making up for every single one of these like lull periods where gaming chills back and farms, and they get the best kill possible. They find Dyrachyo. That's 4 deaths now. It's 0-4.
They're really slowing down his game. Yeah, you see how much he's taking a hit on his farm, Dyrachyo.
It's huge.
Got a lot of catching up to do.
And they're smoking. I mean, they can fight at any moment here. RP's at the ready. Storm, lacking mana right now on Miracle. But he's going to go join his teammates.
I think
Either way.
was that smoke caught? There was an observer ward on the high ground that might have caught the end of that.
I didn't quite see if it did. It looks like they might get ace anyway, though. The creep nets him even.
I mean, he's able to get the familiar stuns off. They'll buy him time to separate from Saberlight.
And here's Quinn.
Yeah, Saberlight's got to start backing off. And with the Skewer already used, he's only got limited options to get out of this one. Miracle, he's getting fueled up by Fly. And there's the RP from Saberlight. They're trying to take down Quinn, but they don't have quite enough damage. Saberlight is in trouble. The Soul Assumption takes him out. Miracle will jump back in, looking to finish off Quinn. Arrow does connect. Miracle, he'll get back in on this jump forward. Gets the kill. They take down Quinn. Seller in ace, still trying to find something in return. Miracle low on the mana. Fly, you can fuel them up with the drain in a bit if necessary, but doesn't look like it will be. They're back under the tier 2. Shopify Rebellion, they get out of there. Sure, they lose Saberlight, but they take down Quinn.
Again, crit. In this Mirana pick, it's working wonders. He's level 9. 204 so far.
Yeah.
Arrow connects, like literally, if the arrow doesn't hit, I don't think they get the kill there. He probably able to like reset and dance around. They get the arrow, Starstorm plus Static Remnants, enough damage. Yeah, crit, honestly, he's making a big difference here this game.
Fly. Miracle back up here with the mana. Help. The build coming online at good timing here for the Storm. And the Blades, the Falcon, and the Witch. Just going out for Kaya Sanj.
The standard. I like how it's just the Blades now. Are they going to go for Roche here? I think they could because they're just in prime position for it.
They can certainly do it here with the SF, Arteezy, and then Master Madness, Dragon Lance.
Do they know is the question on
I don't think so. I don't think so, because at the moment, the thing they're focused on the most is just that Dyrachyo stays safe.
To catch up, yeah.
So they're not going to be looking to go any further down this top lane.
I'm seeing Quinn and Tofu. They're setting up into the portal right now. Same thing with Ace. They might know something's up atop Dyrachyo.
I mean, can they get into the Roche pit in time? Yeah, they're going to look maybe towards Dyrachyo rather than towards the Roche pit because there was that bit of aggression on towards Dyrachyo, so they don't go towards Roche in time. Shopify Rebellion, they're able to finish it off. I mean,
that's a hot move.
It really was that sort of just split pressure, right? Miracle and Crit teasing around with Dyrachyo at a point where, correctly, Gaming Gladiators were porting over to that half of the map. And that sort of hesitation for Gaming Gladiators meant that they didn't go straight into the pit. They weren't able to put a stop to Shopify getting this Aegis on Arteezy.
Yeah, it's huge. Honestly, like, little things can make a difference like that. If they go left instead of right, they can get some catches. If Shopify doesn't in the void, then a better indicator that Roche is going on tough. Still very even. Gaming actually the ones with that slight gold lead still at the moment.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, we'll see what Shopify Rebellion are able to achieve now with this Aegis. I mean, when you're running this kind of SF Storm lineup, are they going to look to pressure objectives with this, or is this just going to be a farming Aegis? Are they more than happy to sit back and farm on Shopify's lineup?
I feel like it's always scary to play versus objectives when you're playing versus this void lineup.
Yeah.
You have to be very perfect with the way you make these moves or things are going to quickly falter. So I think maybe finish up this next item and then make a smoke move, try to find a wraparound onto supports, get some back targets.
Radiant are scanning.
It's risky, though. I don't know how much they want to really force the issue. But they do have the Harpoon on Saberlight, so maybe at least look for something here. Perhaps can catch one of the supports tripping. Yeah, maybe if someone shows.
And if anything, they probably feel that they're still at a point in the game where because Dyrachyo has been slowed down as much as he had, it's going to be a big decision for Duracho to actually come over and join these fights. Right?
Yeah. So they're just going to siege the tier 1, get some vision up. Let's see if Saberlight can get a grab onto anybody. Max Skewer's online with that harpoon.
Arteezy just a recipe away on the gold for the BKB.
Gaming's just doing the split push thing. Accelerate, he's just pushing bottom. He's probably going to die here, but... Oh! Oops!
Well, he's out of there.
Forgot the shockwave, I guess. He just harpooned Skewered. He didn't do the shockwave after. It's like Gaming, they understand how to play versus stuff. As we said, this team, you know, they are getting pressured here a bit, 7-3, but they're farming. They understand how to play versus the Sages right now. Celery just split pushing the map. Should have died, very likely there, but gets away with murder and even pushes out the bottom wave.
Gaming Gladiators themselves just slowing things down whilst Duracho catches up on the farm.
Yep. Arteezy getting closer and closer to BKB. Maybe that'll be that indicator to push and force a little more, but Aegis is going to probably be gone by then. 2 minutes left on it. And in Gaming, they're just shoving lanes. Tofu nuking mid out. It creeps shoving bottom, and then the Visage shoving top, so no one's really showing.
Of course, for Arteezy, when he does have the BKB done, honestly, in most situations, if he's able to press that before Chrono's on him, very unlikely that there'll be enough follow-up damage to kill the SF, right? As long as he's able to pop BKB before he gets chronoed, he should survive through any attempts, at least for the most parts of the upcoming mid-game.
For the most part. Unless he's on like the absolute, like the edge of the chrono and the Visage is able to, you know, use the birds and stuff like that. But that's like very niche scenario. For the most part, yeah, he should be pretty survivable with it. The decrep, though, as we've seen, Fly is very low level, and he's actually putting points priority in Netherward. So you can look at that cast range of the deck decrep level 1. He's not going to be able to like decrep inside of a chrono. He'll be able to life drain, but decrep, it's just not gonna happen.
Gaming Gladiators supports.
They're scaling.
Yeah, they certainly are. Celery with his Dragon Lance and his drums done, and Tofu
Up top.
Look the front on a miracle. That'll do it.
An easy kill.
That'll certainly do it. Ending the streak there. A little bit of a streak that he had going. Money going towards Quinn. Took the kill on that one. Yeah, I guess just not respecting the threat of the chrono there. Maybe felt that he'd have fast enough fingers to jump out in time, but it wasn't the case. Duracho was able to catch him.
Yeah. Honestly, Duelist Gloves are really nice on Faceless Void, too. I didn't really think about it. I think this might be the best hero with Duelist Gloves, right?
Oh, sure, yeah, the value.
Attack speed for your chrono, like damage is like, it's not the best for overall jungling, obviously, but for jungling, that's cool. Wisdom Ruin is up. They're actually going to just prioritize giving it to Duracho. On the other side, Shopify, they'll be able to get themselves a shard. Toast the crit.
In terms of the Aegis, it's going to expire. So purely used for farming this time around, that first Aegis.
Yeah, they got the mid tower, but it was like 100 HP. And Gaming, it looks like they're about to hit a timing themselves. I think Ace, that's his AC finished. Right after he finishes off this Centaur creep, they're going to have that big aura to protect his physical. Skewer. Tofu.
The grab on Tofu. They'll take the Rubik down.
Good kill.
No difficulties. Yeah, and I mean, Ace, he's just so farmed. He always is.
He always is.
One of the things about Ace on Gaming Gladiators, like he's always as big as the enemy's carry.
You might be jinxing him a little bit here. They might be able to catch
they're going for him.
Nope, he knows.
He's out. He's out.
Celery?
I'll get him.
Not out.
We'll see if how much Ace can do to help out with the familiars, but only so much. And there's the whole team of Shopify Rebellion going for you there.
And he'll just resummon the familiars. Doesn't want to give up that extra gold.
Back to the push in. Shopify Rebellion. Surely Aegis is gone, but the BKB's there for Arteezy. How's Duracho's BKB looking? He's nearly got his done as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, very close.
Neck and neck game, but Shopify, you can definitely overall a little bit feel that they are a bit on a timer with this SF Magnus and stuff versus the Void, but so far, things are still looking pretty damn good with them, playing together, playing around Arteezy, keeping him buffed up.
Now, of course, Crit's still super farmed.
He's very big.
He's going for the Yules. He's going to have that really quick timing. Just 600 gold off having the completed Jewel Scepter.
Supports could be a big difference maker for sure. Even on both sides. Like, the Enchantress and Rubik are huge. The Miran is massive on the other side. Gaming looking to make a hit themselves now. Quinn.
They can go upon. Smoke's going to be dispelled on Miracle, so they know that they're close.
Quinn has an Arcane and a fresh Aghanims.
It's pretty terrifying. Duracho is
move.
around, so Chronosphere is at the ready.
Okay. He doesn't have BKB yet, though, so Duracho is definitely at risk in this next fight if he messes up.
They've got the Moonlight. Trying to get this
Wrap
long
around.
wrap around against them. See if they can maybe find the Void.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
DD bottom.
Oh, they're trying to bait with it. They'll pick it up now. Arteezy DD. He'll show himself mid.
Both teams mimicking each other, cutting the waves.
Radiant's middle
Nice little
tower
trumpet
is
of
under
impression onto the
attack.
tier 2s. They did still have a creep wave themselves there, but fortifications popped by Shopify Rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Shopify, they've got this bottom lane pushing in, so they can go for a bit of damage onto the tier 2 there.
RTZ has also hit 15 just before this fight, so he has the presence on towers. They have a glyph themselves.
Radiant's middle
I mean,
tower
Push on
Gaming
push.
Gladiators, they'll back off after the tier 2. Duracho will split back up, head towards the top
Did
lane,
they
and
just-
continue to farm.
Did they just rip through it? I think they did.
For the
Right?
what?
The tier 2 mid.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah,
have creeps.
they decimated.
They just went through with Rally, huh? With the
no,
Viscid Birds with the Rally, or-
they did have some creeps. They did,
Okay,
they had a
I guess I
couple,
looked away.
when sort of that whole movement with the smoke came, they had a couple of range creeps still with them.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd looked away and they had none, and they just went right through the back door. I was like, holy moly. Because they do have a ton of damage for physical, but...
I mean, yeah, for sure with his AC on Ace and
Yeah.
the push of the familiars. Bottom lane, Shopify Rebellion. They'll continue the
They'll get their own.
successful trade. Lost some money on Arteezy. He's giving up this Silver Edge next.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, versus Timber. Versus Visage, even versus Eventual Void.
They're going to see what happens if they keep pushing here.
Okay.
Dire's bottom tower is
Force the
under
glyph.
attack. Dire's structures
Saberlight waiting to find a catch. Ace showing himself very deep top.
I mean, look at these TPs. Pretty much the entirety of Shopify Rebellion immediately TP'd over for this one. They're really going to try and see if they can take down Ace. Arrow's not going to be on the mark. It might not matter. Spirit Vessel's down. Duracho jumps across with the Chronosphere.
Is
He's
there
gonna look
damage?
for Miracle. The Chakram's there. It's not
He
enough.
lives.
Miracle's out. He's able to ball lining away in time. Flies healing him up. Duracho tries to stand his ground. He has to back away from this SF. Arteezy punching too hard. So far, just
Arteezy?
Flying Ace going down. Arteezy has still got BKB. He'll now pop it. Quick,
Oh my God.
that's it. It just explodes here with his Aghanims. Takes out Crit and Miracle. Arteezy's going to try and stand his ground, but he's on his own. There's no saving him. Quint's going to be able to continue to fight on forward, and with the burst from Tofu's Fade Bolt, they take down a fourth. I mean, Quint, he just turns up
The
and he
Aghs.
just blows them up here as the reactive armor explodes.
I think that's the first time in a pro game I've actually seen it do something, and it hits hard. It hits
did.
both of them. He clipped Miracle, I think, with it.
Yeah, he got Miracle and Crit with it.
Oh my lord, and now they're going to get another catch.
And he gets saved. What was he doing up here? All right, Saberlight's added to the deaths there. All right, well, that was quite the hit from Gaming Gladiators. Quinn.
I mean, Ace might die, but they kill absolutely
They got
everyone.
it all.
Quinn, he gets the explosion connection. Oh, baby, I got to see it again. And Ace just lives long enough. The Chrono looks awkward, but they get the backup. In the actual game right now, Duracho maybe be able to escape.
Miracle's going to try and chase. Has to back off again.
Chill in.
Aggressive. He knows he can be. I mean, if he's stepping up with Quinn by his side, no, ain't nobody on Shopify Rebellion want to be going anywhere near this Timber Saw when they see those numbers ticking down.
Game drastically swinging into Gaming's favor, though. After this last fight, you could already feel it's a slippery slope, really, for Shopify. One mistake hurts so much. One more could just be that game decider, really. They have to be very decisive with the way they make next plays, and they have to be careful of going for Ace. If they go for these plays, they have to kill him faster. But, I mean, they committed everything they could.
I mean, and the thing is, they can't. Like, Ace
They can't.
is farmed.
And he's
You know,
got Dandelion
he's a
Amulet
farmed
now.
Visage.
Like, he's tankier now, in fact. With his Dandelion, like, it blocks a lot of damage.
And he's closing in on Pipe, right? He's
Yeah.
close.
He doesn't even have Shard, so he can get Pipe and Shard, and then he's going to be able to stall a lot. So Gaming opening up the game, I mean, tremendously for themselves. Chrono's when he back up in 15, and Duracho is completely back in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you can see for Shopify a bit hesitant on maybe considering if they can go for Roshan. They don't have Arteezy by their side right now.
Ooh.
And yeah, they're going to know that the Chronosphere's back up from Duracho. So last time when they got away with it, I don't think they're going to have as easy of a time of finding the opportunity to do so again in the state of the game right now.
No, they completely snuck it. It was just unexpected. And now it's like, as we see, Quinn, he is a problem with the overall of how they can actually kill him, and he's just getting tankier and tankier, and his damage is crazy. So, I mean, he's just going to walk and give a ton of information for gaming. And yeah, Chrono's back up. Mjolnir's finished.
They're going to try and push for the rush.
Duracio's 18, and okay. Maybe feeling that they have to make this move?
I mean, they're grouping up here, Gaming Gladiators. They can walk over. They're smoking up for the boost.
It feels like
it's
they
going
definitely
down quick, though. And looking at the speed RT's taking this out, I think they're going to be able to get it in time.
Okay, TP's coming in.
It's going to be close. But indeed, Shopify ability, they get the rush. See if Gaming Gladiators can still find the kills out of this one. They'll go straight forward. Quinn closing in on a fly. They're taking now. They'll be able to take out Arteezy.
He BKB'd.
He did. He BKB'd here on his first life. So this second life, he won't have it. He'll not be able to get the Requiem off as the familiar stun's there. He's able to get away with the Shadow Blade, though. They don't have detection upon him. So Arteezy will live. But 3 dead again on Shopify Rebellion. Only Arteezy and Crit making it out alive there. And of course, on Arteezy's side of things, only down to the fact that he did have that Aegis.
They didn't even stand a chance in the fight, though, like, at all. I mean, Quinn is still chasing Crit. All right,
Quinn,
he's going to be able to
Quinn knows
survive,
he's unkillable. He can be diving tier 3s, diving tier 4s. Very little is going to be killing this Timbersaw right now.
I mean, it's just not even a fight that Shopify gets a rush, and it's an immediate, we got to get the hell out of here scenario. Everyone's in panic mode. Like, gaming just surrounds them, and they get a pretty ideal fight, I would say. Arteezy pops the BKB kind of in panic before the Aegis and everything, too, probably feeling that if he dies and respawns, he's just going to get chronoed anyway. So Duracho just chronos the Storm Spirit. It's a dream fight for gaming, as they're, really cementing their lead now.
A bit of a tough position as well, because Arteezy obviously managed to make his way out of that alive, but he's very deep, and he is without a TP scroll.
He is.
He's currently got a courier that he's going to try and get around the map towards him. But very likely that this high ground push is going to come in. I'm sure they've still got a tier 2 to get through, but it will not be easy for Arteezy to join the defense.
And they're going to push. They push fast with Visage. It's not 18 Visage, but he has the 15 talent, and he's got the AC and everything that we mentioned from earlier. So this tier 2 will drop in seconds. And yeah, they're definitely. I mean, you have pause, so you have all the time in the world to see, like, click on the SF, look, no TP. Decide how you really want to play these next few moments. Do you want to just straight push forward? Do you want someone to TP back and like hunt for him? What's it gonna be?
I mean, I think you just ignore him, right? You don't need to TP back.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. There is options that they could,
You keep this push going.
Yep. Quinn feeling good.
Yeah. It's massive on the Timber. 2K gold ahead of any other cause in the game right now, Quinn.
I'm glad I got to see this thing actually connect, because I've been very underwhelmed at this Aghanim's a lot of the times for these Timbers. And when they buy it first, I'm glad he didn't do that. He waited. He had Octarine, Essen, or Kaya Sanj, and then he goes for the Aghanim's. I think it was at Berlin, right? We saw like Nisha get the Aghanim's first, and it was worthless. So I think it can have these games where it's really impactful, but not as a first item. But I'm glad I got to see it in a pro game where it actually connects, because I feel like pros and pubs are very different, where some spells hit a lot more often than pubs. This was a very, overall though, like a pretty quiet game, right? 10 to 12, 30 minutes in. A very methodical game that gaming has kind of put on. Shopify moving around, trying to play kind of perfect around all of it, but gaming, it's the best team in the world for a reason at the moment. They just really understand how to dance around timings, dance around the Aegis. Don't let Shopify get too much around it. Farm around the map. And that's really what I feel like gaming did exceptionally well this game.
I mean, I guess in 25 seconds, when they do have the Magnus up, they will still have that solid high ground defense potential. But at the same time, there's the Rubik there, so jumping out and looking for those skewers, there's harpoon skewer plays. It's not going to be easy.
It's risky.
If Tofu's quick with the grab.
It's risky,
and he's got skewer stolen, of course, at this moment himself. You got to watch out for this Rubik jumping into the base and kind of getting some telekinesis skewer, grabbing someone out of it.
Yeah, and what if you end up like bringing in a Timber and you guys just can't kill him? Because I don't think they can kill the Timber anymore at this point, even with 5 heroes perhaps beating on him. If he pops his E, if he just pops reactive armor, he's gonna be full charges. I don't know if they can go through him at this point. So I think he has to be he has to like land on the, I mean, honestly, like, get them somehow. Otherwise, there's heroes that can get out of it, and there's heroes that can turn it. Because Timber, he might even just be able to escape or turn it, and Void can just maybe escape also too, just jumping.
Okay. We'll go back in action, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the pause.
Tower dies in seconds. Yeah, they're gonna keep going.
Radiant's top tower has
RTZ was able to make his courier safely get around the lineup of Gaming Gladiators, so we'll manage to get that TP scroll out towards him. But
this Rax is dead. Very likely. It's going to be very hard for Shopify to defend without an RP. Does Gaming want to continue? Dyrachyo wanted to, but the rest of the team didn't. Okay.
They'll play it. Maybe even see if they can back off and catch RTZ still on this half of the map. But RTZ's out with the TP. That's got a silver edge complete.
Oh, they're giving a lot of... I honestly thought that they were going to keep going because the RP's on cooldown, but I guess giving respect to the skewers. And maybe just not wanting to... They're probably like, hey, we made it through probably one of the harder parts of the game for ourselves. Like, it should be smooth sailing here. So probably just playing it safe. Yeah, they're going to full smoke to base, even.
Honestly, like the way the last few fights have gone, as long as they have Chronosphere, you know, Dyrachyo's been doing his job, you know, turning up the Chronos, have been securing them the team fights.
Very true. They don't need to take a risk. And now he gets... Oh, the dream for Dyrachyo finds himself the Wisdom Rune at level 20's hit. So now he's got that dream talent that we always talk about.
Yeah,
too.
He's caught back up completely after a tough start that was enforced on him by Shopify Rebellion's offlane duo.
This is Shopify's chance. Maybe one of their last ones to strike back in this game. But Gaming, they're ready. Arteezy.
They're going to see Dyrachyo. Put the BKB, Dyrachyo. Skewer RP is there. The BKB and the SF ult, but it's not that much damage straight up. Ace and Toad still alive. Dyrachyo will get the time walk off. He's able to get away. Arteezy's the one to go down. They will finish off Ace. But can they get anything more? The impetus is bringing Crit down low. Crit trying to battle against Tofu, but Tofu's got the stolen ball lightning. He's away. It's 3 dead on Shopify Rebellion, as indeed Quinn is just untouched throughout the team fight. Full HP. They tried to make something happen there, get that sort of Requiem RP combo going. The pipe was already popped. They weren't able to get themselves in that prime position where the SF is right underneath the Magnus. And with that taken into account, it just wasn't enough damage to jump at Gaming Gladiators with. And Dyrachyo, it was too slippery. He lives.
I mean, Dyrachyo, I just have to say, he's got the biggest balls of them all. He just stood there, man-fighting the SF, with Mask of Madness on. He's like dropping pretty low. And then Quinn comes out of left field with the max stacks with the last second of the shock, or the last second of his reactive, and explodes Arteezy. That was a pretty cool fight there from the side of Gaming. And it really is them just having such clean understanding, as you said, you know. It was like the Chrono had just come up. Like, everything had just happened.
Saberlight, he's doing his best. There was some fancy footwork to try and get away from these two.
He tried.
Has he got anything more tricks up his sleeve that he'll try and close the gap in onto Celery? But very, very dead. He bought some time.
He did.
Made some time for the rest of the team to respawn, but does now mean he's out for 50 seconds on the Magnus.
Oh man, Gaming, they're just too good of a team, too good of understanding things like this. As you mentioned, Dyrachyo, 1-4-11, top 2 net worth now, and he's got everything he really needs. Scotty's about to be done, can stand his ground. Everyone huge. And for Shopify, I mean, where to go from here?
I mean, they've just managed to pick up that secondary RP.
Yep,
Miracle's got his Ags.
Okay.
So maybe some Agnum's Vortex, some RP into the Requiem. Maybe they can get something going with that.
Do they have the damage for all 3 of the cores? We saw the dead core last fight.
Miracle.
Big pull.
That's a 3-man pull. Requiem there, but again, it's only at the very tip of the fight. Dyrachyo, he's going to jump in straight towards Arteezy. Repify's there from Fly to keep Arteezy safe. Dyrachyo turns attention over towards Fly instead. Quinn back in on towards Saberlight. Saberlight pops the BKB. Buyback comes out from Fly. Saberlight looks towards Dyrachyo instead. The Chrono's there. He's going to drop it just onto Fly. Miracle in again with the 2-man Vortex. They're focusing down Ace. They'll be able to bring down the Visage. Saberlight with the skewer ult. So Dyrachyo gets it back.
Got him.
Over towards the fountain. Shopify Rebellion. They've managed to take out the 2 of them. See if they can chase for more. Crit. Put his eyes on towards Celery, but Celery with the Hurricane Pikes up to the high ground. Crit But Yule's in a second, so we'll be able to control Celery a little longer if necessary. The Yule's is
Nice
not required.
kills.
He's in with the arrow. Miracle closes in with the help of Arteezy. They take down a third kill on the defense, and they'll take out their Tormentor. Tofu, he's still hanging around. He's actually able to get back in and take down Crit, but it will cost him his life. So another kill picked up by Shopify Rebellion.
Those are huge kills. I mean, an immense amount of gold being influxed into Arteezy in particular. He's 4,000 gold. What, three back-to-back pulls coming out from Miracle
It really
as well
was.
too? On 3
yeah,
heroes or
immediately.
something?
Yeah, well,
That
we're
was
seeing
nice.
straight away the impact of the Aghanims on Miracle Storm Spirit. Without that, they don't manage to take kills from this sort of defense.
No, I mean, Duracho also, I mean, this time, being a little bit too reckless, you could say. Diving in, jumping, throwing the chrono, only catching the Pugna. He was playing super reckless like the whole time, just jumping in. As now, Shopify. Find themselves the way back in it.
Yeah, a chance to strike back. They've shut down the lead down to 5k. Sure, they're still down that top set of barracks. But they've got the means to push back against the stronger creeps. We've seen the AC very close to being done on Arteezy, just 400 gold off it.
He's getting big. I mean, AC is about to be done. I believe, level 20 on Saberlight, level 20 on the Storm, so more Vortex, and they got a gem. So they're going to be able to get rid of some of that vision, which, I mean, there's not really any of it right now, but yeah, big steps forward there for Shopify.
Yeah, big hold.
And Duracho maybe having to be a little bit less reckless. I mean, that's never the case, though, with Duracho, but Chrono back up in 25.
He'll get his next time done. He's got the full Scardy complete now.
Yeah.
Duracho.
Really good game for it, too, versus the SF and Storm. I thought maybe he was going to do the Nullifier because he's playing versus Pugna, but I guess he prioritized this one for tankiness and all the things, so.
Yeah, and it's nice for sort of standing your ground and fighting against the SF.
Exactly, right. So I guess he just wanted that trade-off instead of just having full kill threats. Miracle shoves in bottom. It's double catapult wave. Gonna be hitting on the tower. Shopify's actually getting a nice little push going here. AC's done.
It is into the threat of the Chrono. Chrono's
It
back
is.
up, so Gaming Gladiators, if they want to... At the same time, the Duracho's TP's on cooldown for 20 seconds, so won't immediately be able to return for the defense here.
Glyph gets popped. They do decrypt the siege creep. The siege creep's still alive. Okay.
They do have to be careful. They're definitely cautious of the fact that Gaming Gladiators can set up a nice high ground around the Chrono potential of Duracho.
Yeah, it's cool that Arteezy went for the AC also. I think this is indicative of telling them, like, we need a fast fight. We can't, like, a long team fight could be really weird for us, where, like, Satanic isn't really going to help R2. I think he's like, we need to explode targets. Need all the damage we can get at this point in the game. And, oh, that's a nice pickup for Miracle. He gets the Timeless Relic. So now on top of that 20 talent, with this Vortex, I mean, it lasts pretty long.
And we have seen sort of both of them managing to catch some of Gaming Gladiators grouped up. You know, these
Definitely.
RPs, these Vortexes, they've been catching 2-3 heroes every time.
Quinn now has a shield rune. So I couldn't kill him before. Now he has
Look at
6,000.
him. That's a, yeah.
It's a lot of bars.
You're not touching this Timbersaw.
No. Do they have a Yules? They do. At least Kurt has a Yules. But they do push Gaming back quite heavily.
I did. I mean, it was quite the gold lead the Gaming Gladiators were building up right.
Yeah.
Shopify Rebellion, they've slammed that right back down.
And now Roche might be the next big indicative kind of thing of where everything's going to go down. And it is respawning in about a minute. So it will be up top. So both teams look like they're going to start setting up for it.
Smoke on smoke.
Invisibility.
So he was able to get the jump pierce. Shopify Rebellion, they have the high ground.
Sure do right now. Ace trying to sneak through crit. Just makes it right by them. Okay.
Oh boy.
Roche. They've got a creep inside of it. Kobold Foreman is in there. So Gaming, they'll know instantly when it spawns. Unless
30
it gets killed.
seconds.
Does kill it off. Does mean that it's
They-
spotted.
they-
But that
they
means they have to
straight
run.
over.
Yeah, they have to instantly run as soon as that creep gets killed.
Because if Roche
And
does spawn,
thing
Shopify
is-
Rebellion kill it quickly.
They're running directly under vision. So Shopify sees absolutely everything right now. This could be huge.
So one Saberlight Miracle for the initiation. Quinn, he's going to try and start get some information for themselves. Jumps forward, they'll look towards Fly. Fly is pretty dead.
He has not a buyback either.
4 versus 5. That might be enough for Gaming Gladiators to feel confident about stepping into the pit themselves.
They kill it very fast as well.
Yeah, and it looks like Shopify won't bother trying to contest.
They have to forfeit it, yeah. Oh, man. I mean, that's a... Just get Quinn. No fear. Jumps in. They're going to be able to finish off at tier 2 in the meantime, but having to give up the Roche, it's a refresher.
It is a refresher. It is. Here we go.
And Duracho with his build, he has the mana. Because he went for the Scotty build, you have the mana for the double chrono and everything.
That's true.
I mean, if you go the other build, you can't, right? If you go like the Nullifier, you'd be lacking for sure.
True, but the way to get guaranteed mana is you just die, you know? You go in your chrono.
That's true.
Refresher, I'm not got any mana. Kill me, and then bam, you're back with mana.
That's true.
Problem solved.
Quinn, he's now unlocked full potential of Timbersaw. Level 25 has been hit. Double chakram.
Oh boy. This Timber's pretty scary.
He's beasted it all game, really.
Only died the 2 times early on. How are we doing on those hexes that Shopify are looking to get done? Miracle's very close to having his. Would mean that buyback is forfeited for now if
I mean, he has it.
Spends up.
Yeah, he has it if he wants to.
But yeah, do you take that full hex or you keep the buyback?
I think you keep the buyback this game.
You got to keep the buyback, and you're against Chrono, right?
Yeah, you're playing Aegis Chrono. You have to.
Yeah, you got to.
And they're gonna push to end right now.
Well, they did it last time on the top defense. Shopify pull anything off again here.
Just decrepping him, slowing him down. But the push is coming out from the familiars. The pull
Miracle.
3.
He's going to get the jump in. Arrow is going to catch onto Tofu. Duracho put the chrono, but he's not going to catch anyone.
Whoops.
It doesn't catch anyone at all. I mean, that's why he's got the refresher to give a second chance of it if he wants to. But he's going to keep in his backpack for now. He's going to jump in.
Yules.
Gets caught by the Yules. Notification dropped by Shopify Rebellion. Gladiators trying to focus the objective. Miracle is ready to go in again. Another 3-man vortex drag back. There's the Reckham on the side of it. Duracho pops the BKB. Jumps in towards RTZ. RTZ trying to stand his ground with the bastions coming through Duracho. RTZ steps back. Miracle, he'll get taken out by Celery. Jump forward for the chrono this time round. It's a banger from Duracho. He's able to catch both RTZ and Saberlight and Fly. The buybacks are coming out, but Duracho takes down Fly a second time. The bottom racks are falling. Saberlight, look at the RP. 3-man skewer as well, but Saberlight's getting bashed up by Duracho. Miracle jumps in, but RTZ falls. It's a dieback on RTZ, a dieback on Saberlight. The bottom racks are gone. As this game, it looks to be overfogged. I mean, those final classic Duracho, right?
Classic
he has
Duracho.
a blunder, and then he has a play that just secures the win.
And GG is
from
called.
From 0 to hero, really, with those
literally.
I
mean, he actually catches nobody, and then he catches Saberlight mid-animation. Literally mid-animation. And I think in the start of that fight, too, there's some, like force staff to prevent some type of catch plays, but I think the Timber, I believe Quinn stopped the initial blink of Saberlight to get the follow-up RP on the initial go, then the whole entire fight becomes like this jumbled kind of mess from Shopify to try to find this connection as gaming. On the back foot this game for a bit of it, but then understanding how to play from behind, how to just make space, farm the map up, make sure that Duracho is able to quote-unquote kind of carry the game. He ends like 3-5 and 18, but he is the carry. He did great jobs of just sitting on Arteezy in some of these fights when we see these RPs, we see these Vortex stuff catch. He was preventing Arteezy from hitting heroes, from getting Requiem and stuff. So yeah, cool game from gaming, and again, they just continue to prove why they really are the best team.
Yeah, they really do. Yeah, a very fun one to watch, and Duracho, he's always able to recover, it feels. He really is. And that's always got to be a struggle, right, for these teams playing against Gaming Gladiators. Like, what do you do? Like, do you still try to shut down Duracho early on, as we're seeing many teams do? Or is that just sort of wasted efforts? You know, do you look elsewhere in the early game? Because it seems whatever you do, Duracho, he's going to get back in the game, and he's going to come back in with these game-winning plays.
Wish I had the answer. I think a lot of teams want to try to find the answer to beat gaming, as we've seen, now multiple tournaments in a row. They just have this great understanding, and they play off each other so well. So, yeah, it's going to be tough road. Shopify, they did pretty well overall, I would say, this game. Look, you had the standing, I think Crit and Miracle really popped off of shutting out Duracho. But, yeah, gaming, they know how to come back.
Yeah, they did. They chose the right moments to push for the win there. Again, this bottom high ground siege, they just had all the answers. Shopify, but they're not able to put things into place, and there it is. That second chrono for Duracho, catching the 3 of them and putting a stop to that whole move that Saberlight and Arteezy were trying to combo together with on top of one another. very well played indeed from Gaming Gladiators. But a very fun game to start this series between the two of them. Can't wait to see what comes out in Game 2. I mean, straight off the bat of the sort of Game 1 result and looking at what was played, I mean, what sort of stands out? What do you think we're going to see be reflected on the most in the Game 2 draft, Fold?
Game 2 draft. I don't know, actually. I feel like we didn't get to see like anything that could be too crazy. I feel like we just saw like Timber be very, very strong, even in like maybe some scenario where he could be a little bit struggling. So maybe Timber priority going up. That maybe is the one few thing.
It did go very well for Quinn. 11-2-12, and as I say, he pretty much didn't die for the entirety of the second half of that game. And that was a first pick Timber. So always when that sort of hero pops off as well as it does, I mean, obviously in the hands of Quinn, many a hero pops off to this level. The fact it was picked up first and it didn't end up getting answered definitely is going to make Shopify